Welcome to another video, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, of course, for more content. And, of course, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, share the video with everybody you know. Today, we're going to briefly discuss celebrity cloning. It's a subject once again making waves online regarding Jamie Foxx's recent illness and his reluctance to make any public appearances or statements, rather, to the press or, even low rent media per se, after being, released from the hospital. Even Ye, right, aka Kanye West, is rumored to be a clone. It was just a discussion between Roseanne Barr and Monique where she said, hey, if you see me out here, my neck don't look as thick and as fat as it is, it's not me. So what's really going on here? I mean, we know the situation with Kanye after his statements late last year, 2022, that set the internet ablaze. He disappeared for a time. I even made a video asking if Ye is dead. And he has been pretty much quiet, right, for 2023 thus far. Now, to be sure, the subject of cloning is not a new one. To date, 46 countries around the world have banned cloning, more for supposedly ethical reasons than anything else. But that number represents less than a quarter of the countries worldwide. Under the UN's definition of a country, there are currently 195. Now, if you minus the Holy See, Vatican City, and Palestine, now that's per the UN's definitions, not mine. That is 193. 193 countries minus 46 countries equals 147. So the question arises, well, what position do these 147 countries take on this issue? That being said, if there is celebrity cloning taking place, are we talking about in a nefarious way without their consent and being forced, or are we talking about these celebrities signing off on this project willfully? Now, of course, when we say celebrities, we mean strictly the A-list celebrities, right? The big bank celebrities, right? One thing is certain, both of these men seem to be acting, quote unquote, or behaving very oddly. Even the way Ye is dressed out in public with this woman who I don't know anything about, it seems odd, it seems off. And it's an indication of, right, should we be speculating on what exactly is going on here? Now, I've been following Jamie's career since the Jamie Foxx show. It's obvious that he's very talented and he's funny, right? When he did Ray, I mean, I couldn't tell if it was him or if Ray Charles had stepped in to do that piece. It was a magnificent performance. Same for Ye. Right, very talented, from everything from music production to rapping to the clothing, fashion to the Yeezys. Right, he definitely carved out a space in the industry once he got his shot. Right, he came out into his own. So it's kind of worrying that both of these guys, very prominent celebrities, both black, both male, and they have had these issues that are very public, and then thereafter it seems to have just morphed into some top level hush hush security type situation where you don't know anything that's going on with them, which is not really what we'd expect from people who are that much in the public eye. On top of that, Jamie has a movie coming out on July 21st, 2023, regarding the same issue, cloning. So is this art imitating life or life imitating art? We don't know. It may be. Who knows? But enough of me talking. Let's listen to someone who claims to have had first-hand experiences in these situations, and let's see exactly what he has to say. His work and his talks have gathered, a lot of interest, and you have to have your own discernment and say, is this true? Is it not true? one thing you can be sure of is when people have untold amounts of wealth, you never know what they're capable of. And I'm not talking about the celebrities specifically. I'm talking about the corporations that they work for. People that are able to cut them these huge checks. All right. So, without further ado, let's take a listen.
Thing is, the way that this cloning works, okay, there's two different kinds of cloning, and it confuses people. Now, there's replication cloning where it comes up as a baby, right? Put the cells in, make the same person as a baby. Well, there's duplication cloning as well, where they grow you in a big, thick tank full of water. And well, there's a few different grades of cloning. There's Mark 1 to 4 that I know of. And the problem I'm having is with the Mark II. Thing is, Mark I was around at the end of the World War II, but it was a primitive clone, lots of side effects. Anyway, this is even on the net. Before I started blasting on the net about this, somebody said something about the Mark I to 4 clones, and the first one being called the organic robotoid. And that's what it was called, even though there's no robotic parts in it at all. Anyway, Mark II is an REM-driven clone. Okay, now what that means is when you go to sleep, the Illuminati, this is their main form of communication too. They don't call people on the phone. They don't meet at the Bohemian Grove anymore. Since they got cloning, they meet at the cloning station when they go to sleep. Each of them, I don't know how they do it exactly, okay, or else I'd know how to block it. But they can transfer your consciousness into a clone at the cloning station if they have a clone of you. And they used to have to use a tissue sample from you, or I guess they said the cells from a woman's pap smear is like really rich in the cells to make one of these duplicate clones. They used to use kids' foreskins that were discarded at the hospital that got removed. That's what happened to me. But now they said they've upgraded the technology in the last 10 years, so now they only need blood. What they used to do with the tissue, well, they could also, they used to set this little oil drill looking thing over a person's forearm, strap their arm to a chair. And this drill, it had things on it that opened up, right? Now, it would go in, and when it spun, these things would open up. But then when it stopped, the things would close again. Now this is done. It goes in, comes out, in, comes out. And what it was doing, it has to agitate the tissue. They told me when I was a kid, to a certain degree. I guess, like they said, the easiest way to tell a person in layman's terms about it is, you know, when you have a hangnail and you pull it off, and the white stuff that accumulates inside, and eventually it'll form like a scab and new skin, and it'll grow over. Well, to get that white stuff to really work good, they agitate the tissue a certain amount of times. Now they just agitate blood from like a blood sample even. And yeah, cloning is very prevalent. It's like a secret thing among the like elite. They use it for their crazy stuff. You name it, they've done it. Like jump off cliffs, everything. I know all about it, but I told too many people, and they're all waiting to see if I have an aneurysm now, or a heart attack, which it can happen to you. They've done this to so many people. It's remote-controlled execution, like assassination, that's undetectable, right? As long as they have a clone of you, they can kill you, like kabang. And they killed Bernie Mac this way, with an aneurysm. It's not good. They don't only have to do the electricity. If they keep a constant pain on the clone, like hard enough, like it'll kill you. But intermittent pain will mess up your heart bed. That's what they've done to me. They tortured me there for like a torture spectacle, right? If you look, I should have had it on my miniature tablet here, but I forgot to. My Facebook profile picture, okay? Just look at it, and you're gonna say, okay, something weird is happening here. I'm on a Megadeth album cover, all cut up. It's like a picture of a clone of me, all messed up with a skeleton coming out of my chest and Megadeth up at the top. Well, anyway, it's a close-up of my face. And people look at that and they say, okay, now I got to look into this. And trust me, I'm telling you, the biggest secrets of the Illuminati.
Holy cow, it is your face.
Yeah, it is kind of, yeah. Not kind of at all, it is me. I was asking, well, I'll just tell you, Queen Elizabeth got really interested in this magic kid that could make these songs out of thin air. So she had me serenading her because she thinks she's really special. She's pretty insane, by the way, by 5 different ways. She rules this cloning station, basically. Her and Vladimir Putin. All of them are there. Muammar Gaddafi was there. He's not actually dead, by the way. That was a clone of him that died. And all the people around him jostling the camera, the video, the phone video. They were all in on it. He's not dead. That was a clone that they killed. That's why they buried his body in a remote location nobody will ever find, because it's a clone, and the cells are different and stuff, I guess. Like these, they're grown in 5 months in a big glass tank full of like salty water, and just takes 5 months. And it's no cost at all. It's basically maintenance. They just got to get tissue from you. Now, Britney Spears put in her video, she said a fantasy of hers was to blow up a cloning station so they couldn't make any more hers, right? So for this video called Break the Ice, she made a Japanimation video of her breaking into a cloning station and breaking the clone tubes. And they look just like that, right? And 2 on 2, like one on top of each other. They have warehouses underground with them growing people, right? And, oh man, it's very heavy. There's another aspect to this. It's the lizard part. Now, I'll tell you the straight skinny on the lizards.
So that was Donald Marshall and what he had to say about what he knows about cloning. We know for a fact that there are countries that do have some of these practices, right? In addition to the United Kingdom, China, South Korea, and Japan all have legislation allowing carefully regulated therapeutic cloning. Right? Now, that's their words, not mine. Therapeutic cloning is, making of organs using stem cell research, allegedly for the purpose of helping victims of, certain diseases, traumatic accidents, etc. Belgium, Sweden, and Spain also allow therapeutic cloning and human embryonic stem cell use in a similar fashion to the UK. So, the question is, did they really clone Tyrone? Jamie Foxx? Yay. All these other names that he mentioned, the people involved, some big, big names in there, some heavy hitters. So, do you believe his testimony? Is it true? Is it false? Can it be proved? And if it is proven, where do we go from there? Anyways, I won't make this too long. I just thought I'd put it out there, interesting thread to follow. But until next time, stay tuned for more. I'm out. Peace.